Hi everyone, I am Dr. Raghav Malik, consultant, cataract and refractive surgical sciences at Center for Sight. Today we will discuss what is refractive lens exchange or clear lens extraction. So to know what these terms are, let's just briefly discuss what and how many types of refractive surgeries there are. So basically there are certain surgeries that we do to remove your power. The most basic are the ones which we do at the cornea with a laser, known as surface ablation, PRK, smart surface, LASIK, or a silk, or a smile. All these are laser-based procedures that we do to remove the power at the level of the cornea or the outermost layer of the eye. Right? These are usually reserved for people who have a power of up to -8 or a -6 cylinder, not more than that. Why? Because our cornea only has certain amount of strength, and when you treat a refractive surgery or refractive power, we have to weaken the cornea. So we can't actually treat or weaken the cornea beyond a certain limit. Hence, these have their limitations. We can't go beyond 8 diopters. But for patients who have powers more than 8, we go on to lens-based procedures, known as a Phakic IOL or an ICL, wherein a lens can be placed inside the eye and that treats your power. So the ICL actually takes care of your power up to 22. So patients who have powers up to 22 can avail the advantage of a lens-based procedure known as a ICL or a Phakic IOL. We can do a combination of these two known as Bioptics, wherein a patient who has a power above 20, let's say 25, 26, can actually be treated with a combination of an ICL as well as a laser. Let's say you can treat a -20 with an ICL and then you can do a -6 with a laser. So -26 can also be treated with a combination of these. But what about patients who are actually more than that, more than -35, -40? So we have a condition known as pathological myopia, where the power actually keeps changing as the patient increases or as the patient's age increases, known as pathological myopia. So this is one condition where both ICL and refractive surgeries actually don't help. Also, both the refractive surgery like a laser-based or an ICL have the limitations. So the eye has to be having certain dimensions so that the ICL can actually fit inside the eye. If the eye is too small, no size of the ICL can actually fit, because the ICLs only come in certain sizes. There are 4 different sizes, but they can actually fit about 95% of the population. But there are 5% of eyes which actually are not fit for laser, as well as those which are unfit for lenses also. These are eyes that have a very thin cornea and a very small axial length or a very small diameter of the eye. In such eyes, we cannot do any of these procedures. So the only option we are left is something known as a refractive lens exchange or a clear lens extraction. So this, simply put, is doing a cataract surgery before the cataract actually sets in. So our eye actually has a natural lens which is transparent when we are born, but with aging this actually turns yellow. So it's similar to your egg white. Your egg white in a natural state is fluid and transparent, but once you cook it, it becomes white. Similarly, our lens is also made of proteins, and with aging and with certain environmental factors, these lenses inside, these proteins inside the lens start curdling and they start becoming yellowish and white, known as cataract. So this usually happens above the age of 55-60. That's when we do a cataract surgery. And once we do a cataract surgery, we can put in an artificial lens that can take care of your power for distance as well as near. So in cases where we cannot do a laser-based procedure or a lens-based procedure, in young patients, we can do something known as a CLE or an RLE, which I discussed, clear lens extraction or refractive lens exchange, where the clear lens can actually be removed and we put an artificial lens inside the eye, which can take care of power for distance, intermediate and near, giving patients who are actually refused elsewhere about surgery, they can be given an opportunity to get rid of the glasses. But this comes with a pinch of salt. You have to do thorough tests to see whether the patient can go undergo this procedure. Like I said, every surgery has a set of complications, including this too. Most important thing is we have to see that the retina or the back of the eye is strengthened, it is strong, and there are no weakness inside the retina. If there is weakness or if there is any holes or any area of thinning inside the retina, such patients have to be treated, as in the retina has to be treated before they can go in for a refractive lens exchange, because if the retina is not treated, there can be a disastrous complication of retinal detachment also, wherein the retina actually detaches, and that requires a big surgery. So it is very important to actually do thorough tests of the retina as well as the eye to see whether you're fit for the CLE or the RLE procedure. But if you put that apart, it is a very, very good procedure, very promising. We do that regularly for patients who are otherwise fit for refractive surgery through laser or lens-based procedures.
Follow Planet Lasik and post your queries to get answers from the experts.